A long time no see. What's up, guys? It is me, Patience May, back again with another video. 2 years later, 1 year later, I don't know how long it's been. It's been a while though. Nice to see ya. How you doing? It is currently 2:35 in the morning. I just got off work like an hour ago, and I've been wanting to make this video for a minute. I figured I might as well right now. I'm not tired, I'm bored. Today's video is going to be about sleep paralysis, and I'm pretty sure that was the last video I uploaded on my channel, was a video about sleep paralysis. And in that video I say that I was having a dream that I got sleep paralysis. I've come to realize that I was not dreaming. You don't dream that you're having sleep paralysis. You're probably having sleep paralysis if you think that you're like dreaming about it. So I pretty much said that I was like floating around my room and all this stuff and dreaming that I was having sleep paralysis. But I've been doing research because that happens to me all the time. I float around my room in my sleep a lot, and I like figured out that that's actually a form of sleep paralysis, floating around your room. And like when I say like floating around my room, I mean like here's an empty fucking bottle. Like I feel like a bottle, like an empty bottle, like weightless, and I'm just like floating. Like if I'm going down, I can feel like butterflies in my stomach because like I'm going down. If I'm going up, I feel it like it's 100% like real as day. Like I feel it. I don't know how to explain that unless you've actually like experienced it before. I don't know if you'll know what I'm talking about at all, but it is a form of sleep paralysis, floating around your room. Since my last video, I've gotten sleep paralysis probably hundreds of times. It was over a year ago. I get sleep paralysis almost every single night, so I will say I have probably had it over hundreds of times. So I'm going to talk about the time that I got sleep paralysis, the first time I got sleep paralysis, besides the time that I talked about in my last video, which I thought was a dream, but it apparently wasn't. I was sleeping over at my boyfriend's house, and this was like 2 or 3 years ago, so it was a while ago. I was sleeping over at his house, and he got up in the morning to go to work, and around I think 9 or 10 in the morning I woke up, because like when you're in sleep paralysis technically you're asleep, but I woke up and I felt someone get on the bed with me, which is why I woke up, because someone like laid down next to me. I felt it. I felt them lay down 100%. But I was laying like, I was turned that way and the other side of the bed was on this side, if that makes sense. So I'm sleeping. I feel someone lay next to me. I wake up. I can't move. I can't do anything. I just know that someone is laying in the bed with me. And I'm all like, it can't be the afternoon yet. Like, my boyfriend is not off work. I'm not. Like, that's just not a thing. I'm laying there. Can't move. Can't talk. Can't do anything. And then I finally, somehow, I don't know how, but I started to be able to move my arm. And so I just kind of started moving my arm towards the other side of the bed to feel if anyone was there, and nobody was there. So I was really, really freaked out. I couldn't do anything. My arm was the only thing that could move, and nobody was there. So yeah, and then I guess I fell back asleep and woke up a little bit later, freaked out, and like texted my boyfriend and was like, did you like come home and lay in the bed for like 2 seconds, because I got sleep paralysis and something laid next to me, and I don't know if it was a dream, if I was just like awake. I don't know what was happening. He was like, nope, I've been at work the whole time, blah blah blah. So that was pretty much my first time getting sleep paralysis. It wasn't really scary. I mean, the fact that something laid in bed next to me freaks me the fuck out, but it's not really like a scary experience. Most of the time when I get sleep paralysis, I just float around my room. It's not that bad. The other night, actually, maybe a week ago, I got it and I was just laying there, not able to do anything. Oh look, I got sleep paralysis again. And I'm just sitting there staring off into my room, doing nothing, like annoyed, because honestly, sleep paralysis doesn't even scare me. It mostly just annoys the shit out of me. I started getting sleep paralysis all the time after this. Well, it wasn't all the time. At that point, it was like once or twice a month. I was getting sleep paralysis. Now it's like almost every single night I get sleep paralysis. Most of the time when I get sleep paralysis, I'm just floating around my room. It's really just annoying. I'm not as freaky as the experience I talked about in my last sleep paralysis video, where I talk about how I was being used as a Ouija board on my floor, just going in sixes on my floor over and over again. That's pretty freaky, especially thinking about it now and thinking about how I thought it was a dream, but it was actually me having sleep paralysis and like floating around my room and then like being a fucking Ouija board thingy. I know the word, but I don't know it. Most of the time when I get sleep paralysis, it's not scary at all. I'm not freaked out. I'm fine, you know? But there is one time that I got sleep paralysis that absolutely fucking terrified me. I go to sleep, I'm sleeping on my stomach, and I wake up and in sleep paralysis, and it feels like someone is on top of me, like I'm laying like face down like this, and someone is on top of me pushing my face into the pillow. And even when it was happening, I didn't feel like whatever was pushing me was threatening or evil or bad. I was never really afraid of that at all. I didn't have those kind of bad feelings in me when it was happening. But after, I don't know how long, 30 seconds, maybe a minute of me being pushed down into my pillow, something leans in, whispers in my ear. This is what they whispered. Okay, this freaks me out. I still don't know what it means. But they whispered, "This is the key." Like that, like this is the key, like this is the key. Creepy as hell. Seriously, the scariest thing I've ever heard. I've never heard voices during sleep paralysis. I've never heard anything during sleep paralysis. I've never seen anything scary. But something whispered in my ear. I 100% heard it. It was literally like me whispering it to you. I heard it like that. Oh, I still don't know what that means. Like, this is the key to what? Fast forward a little bit. This thing gets off of me. I fall back asleep, out of the sleep paralysis sleep. And then I wake up, a normal wake up. And then I fall back asleep a little bit later because it was still the middle of the night, so I went back to sleep. And I got sleep paralysis again for a second time. This time, it was just weird. It just felt really weird. I was facing, like I was sleeping on my side and facing out towards my room instead of towards the wall. And I don't see anything. I can just see my room, you know? But all of a sudden, I just hear this loud, like, ringing noise. Like, like, I can't. Like, a staticky, ringy, loud noise. Like, so loud. Like, if it would have been a real noise, it would have woken up everyone in my house at the time. I try to wake myself up because it's freaking me out. Like, why am I hearing this noise? What is it? Is something gonna pop out of my closet? Is something gonna, like, walk in my door and, like, kill me? You know, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm sitting there trying to wake myself up, and I've actually gotten really good at, like, waking myself up when I'm having sleep paralysis. So eventually I end up waking myself up. I do not go back to sleep that night because I don't want to get sleep paralysis again. And since then, nothing scary has happened. But sometimes I will get sleep paralysis and I will hear the really loud, like, staticky, ringy noise. I'll hear that some more. I can wake myself up pretty easily now. You're watching this video because you get sleep paralysis, because you want to hear people's sleep paralysis stories. I don't know. But one thing that I have discovered through research and personal experiences is that when you are having sleep paralysis, you have to have, like, a really good mindset. Your mind is in a dream state. If you're thinking scary, bad thoughts, you're gonna start seeing those things. Like, you're gonna start, like, hallucinating those things because you're in it like a dream state pretty much, because your mind is awake but your body is asleep. If you are having sleep paralysis and you know that you're having sleep paralysis, do not think about anything scary. Do not think about the fucking grudge, because you don't want the grudge popping up in your dream sleep paralysis shit and, like, coming at you like, oh, all grudge. Like, no, you don't want that. So don't think about it when you're fucking in sleep paralysis. Nothing is really happening pretty much. You're just gonna see things if you freak yourself out. When you think of sleep paralysis, everybody thinks of, like, waking up, not being able to move, seeing, like, a fucking creepy ass, like, girl with long black hair standing over you, or like a fucking demon standing over you, or like an alien, like freaky ass shit. When you're in sleep paralysis, you start thinking like that. Your mind starts racing, thinking all these creepy ass thoughts, and then your mind is going to produce it right in front of you because that's what you're thinking, and you're in a dream state. 9 out of 10 times, even like 9.9 out of 10 times, my sleep paralysis is not scary at all, and I do get it almost every single night. So yeah, that's pretty much just some stories about sleep paralysis and like my views on it. But this is just things that I've discovered through research on Google as well as personal experiences. Don't freak yourself out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it has helped someone in some way with their sleep paralysis, if that's why you're watching this. And I hope that hearing my weird stories was entertaining to you. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the little notification bell to see when I post more videos. Also follow me on all my social media if you want. They will be linked in the description below. And I will see you guys next video. Bye! That was weird. Why did I say it like that?